And you said about history, one of the things you said is your dad could pass for white. Um, One of the speakers I was listening to said, you know what, she comes from a mixed family. Her father is white and her mother is black. Um, and she's very light skinned, so she could pass for white. As for her sister, she could not. And she said, I understood what white privilege was for me because I can get through anything. Whereas they would look at my sibling and and yeah, it was different. Um, but I know that there's more about white privilege, and 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 there's more to speak on, of the travesty of what has happened to our black and brown brothers and sisters. Um, Someone asked me, "Are you going to talk about BLM? Are you going to talk about CRT?" I said, "I am at that point where I can't because I don't know it, and it's not my lived life."
Mhm.
I said, "I'm speaking today on racism, on my experiences, but I can't speak on the experience of my black brothers and sisters. I can empathize, I can be an ally to them, but I can't directly speak on that topic because I don't know enough about it and I cannot do it justice. But what I can say is that racism is a sin.
It is. It is a sin.
It is a sin.
It kills the dignity of the human person,
Mhm.
and that is the first and most important of the social justice principles. We are all created by God.
Yep. And like most sins, it's not easy to name,
Mhm.
or talk about with other groups in different settings. We're uncomfortable with it, and so many people choose to not talk about it at all, and we live in this silence. We it's that unspoken thing, um, in our church, in our society, until something blows up, and then we blame it on the people who blow up. Yeah,
Mhm.
as my mom said, the teapot only whistles when things are boiling.
Mhm.
So turn down the heat and it won't boil over. And I think we need to address that. Um, one of the things that that I forgot what I was going to say. Um,
I have because what you're saying is very important. It was in one of the three things that I wanted to make a point on. The first is education from the perspective of the culture of different cultures, right? That's very important that we learn that. If we have never read a book written by a black author, we need to do that. If we have never read a book by a Filipino historian, we need to read that so we can come to um, start to understand different perspectives, and then we can expand our mind and not have a colonial mindset. So education from a different perspective and open mind education from a different perspective. And then the second one is, and you were referring to as eating the food and listening to the story, which is having open experiences of people that are different. As Catholics, would be the way people pray, the way people find God. That'll be Pastoral Juevenil, right? Looking, understanding how God see people experience God. So me as a Catholic, if I wanna see I wanna stop the sin of racism, I have to start looking at other people and see how God is being manifesting in them, not through my lens and say, oh, they don't know how to pray. Oh, they take so long in the entrance hymn. What's wrong with these people, right? But in a open way of saying, I want to experience God with this community in an open way, not judging. Um, I was the director of Hispanic ministry in another diocese, and the phone calls I got, like the funniest one, which is not funny, I know, but this lady called me and told me, why do the Mexicans pray the rosary wrong all the time? They don't know how to pray the rosary. And I said, what do you mean? Well, they don't pray the creed. They pray something else. And I said, well, every culture prays the rosary different. Is there's no well, what is the official way? I said, well, actually, there's no official way because an expression of faith. So heck, you don't even have to pray although we do have the mysteries, but you could actually come up with your own mysteries to match the situation that you're in. And I mean, it was like, no, but you have to pray the way the little booklet they gave us. I said, oh, well, I mean, n- um, uh, to experience the faith from other culture without judging them with a colonial eye and saying, my experience of faith is the right one, and everybody else is trying to imitate me and they're doing a poor job, then that's not good. But to go at it and say, hey, this is beautiful the way people express their faith. I want to be like that. So, and I don't want to be like that because that would be cultural appropriation. But I wanna enjoy God in that same way, same level.
Yeah, I think, I think there's a difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation.
Yes.
I can appreciate that.